Your move, your move.
What's up guys, it's Yugioh here and welcome to another amazing video on the channel. This is just a quick clip before the actual video starts, reminding you that every month in 2024 we will be giving away something. This month in January we are giving away an entire Valiant Smashers booster box, so make sure that you do enter. Giveaway ends on the 29th, which I believe is a Monday, which will be the last upload of a month, and then I will announce the giveaway at the end of the month, so 2 days later. All you need to do to enter this month's giveaway is just comment down below in any one of the videos that are uploaded this month. There should be around 6 videos. Just comment down below what you are looking to pull from Valiant Smashers and you'll be entered into the giveaway. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy the video. What's up guys, Yugioh here with another amazing video with our man Mark. He got us a very cool variant of Centurion right before hopefully the new support gets announced, so let's see it, Mark. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so today I'm bringing the Super Heavy Samurai variant of Centurions. I'm quite enjoying it. I've been taking it to locals the last few weeks. It's performing pretty well. I'll just walk you through the card by card, I guess. So to start off, we have 3 of the Primera. Standard, obviously, best Centurion card, pretty much what you want to see. 3 Trudea as well. Again, these are all, if you play Centurions, you'll be familiar, the ratios and stuff. 1 Emeth in this, not 2. I think you need 2 for pure, just because if you open the 1 Emeth, you're kind of screwed. But with a lot of the other variants, you got plays outside of it. So like with Horus, for example, you have other 8s. In the super heavy things, you can actually make a Legatia without even going into your Centurion stuff, just through the super heavy things. So Emeth isn't as crucial. Obviously, you still don't want to see it in hand, but it's fine. 1's fine here. It doesn't ruin your turn if you open it. 3 Emblema. Brilliant card, gets you access to any of your Centurion cards. My favourite thing to do is set the field spell though, because if you do monsters off of it, you're then locked into using, as long as that monster's on the field, you have to use it to make Legatia, whereas if you go through the field spell, you're not got that same restriction, and the field spell can just get you whatever this would have got you anyway. We have 3 of the field spell, stand up Centurion. Brilliant field spell, lets you synchro on your opponent's turn, trigger effect when the monsters are special summoned. And yeah, it's really good. We have 1 and 1 of the Bonds and the Phalanx. I like them, they're good, you need them. I mean, especially I think Bonds is probably the better of the 2. Phalanx are some really interesting plays with the Synchro monster, because it special summons the monster back, so you can special summon your Legatia back after banishing it with the Phalanx, so you get another draw and another pop on the next standby phase. Also, it reborns the Synchro monster and gives it 2k attack instead of 3/5, which makes it protected by its own effect, protected from battle and stuff. Yeah, I sometimes find that I do open these and I'm a bit annoyed, but otherwise, yeah, they're good, they're decent. We have, for the super heavy stuff, got 3 Bike. Bike's probably the best starter because it gives you access to the line that lets you make Baron de Fleur on your 5th summon, so you don't get nibbed by playing all these extra cards. But it's fine if you don't open it and you open the Wakaushi, but I do prefer to open the Bike just to have the option of the Baron, the level 2 tuner there. 3 Wakaushi, again, yeah, super heavy samurai engine requirement, really good card. I'm sure if you've looked at any super heavy list, you know the kind of the line that you go through to get to it. But this being a 4 tuner in this deck is nice too, so it has applications outside of just doing the combo line. Like it also in a pinch can be a replacement for a Primera. And then the Benkei, this is a brick. This again, it's like the Emeth, you just don't want to see it in hand, but yeah, it's part of the engine requirements. Soul Gaia, same again. Equip this to the Wakaushi and then it summons itself, and then you can make a rank 4 or a synchro 8. Then we have some non-engine stuff. We've got 3 Fenris. Fenris is just a good card, not much more to say about it. 3 Ash. Ash Blossom, again, brilliant hand trap. Always just there's any, when you look at all hand traps, what you want to include, Ash Blossom seems, you know, it's usually the best one. 3 Droll in main, I think. I just I don't know, I find sometimes you need like a blowout hand trap, and having Droll in the side is a consideration, but I think for me it has to go in the main for this format. And then because we can't play too many spells and traps, because obviously the super heavy stuff, you don't want to lock yourself out with like using an imperm and not being able to use all these super heavy things. So we run Mourner in this. I've thought about maybe taking this out for something like Ghost Spell going into this format. So yeah, that's definitely a consideration if you want to test out instead. But for now it's Mourner, but that could easily be Ghost Spell instead. And we have 3 Veilers. Again, Veiler, brilliant card. It being a level 1 tuner is interesting. You can do things like nib your opponent, and then on your turn you just normal summon Veiler and then use Nib and Veiler to go into Legatia. Get yourself a draw. It's quite funny when it comes off. Also it does with the Fenrir as well. You can make your Synchro 8 stuff if you have any Synchro 8 in the extra deck, which we do. And last but not least, 3 DD Crow. DD Crow, I find obviously there's a lot of fire decks in the format now. Kind of outperforms the Bestials because of that. And then also there's lots of like spells and traps and stuff in the graveyard that you want to be able to manage too. You can hurt a lot of lines of play with the DD Crow if you time it well. So yeah, that's a 41 card main. We'll go for the extra now. It's pretty straightforward. I've not got anything too crazy now. I'll explain the line with the super heavy stuff when I get to it. There's the 2 Legatias, the Centurion boss monster. Hopefully we get more Centurion extra 8 monsters in the if the new support is announced soon, so that'd be nice. And then we've got the Crimson Dragon package, so Crimson Dragon into the Calamity Lock or Crimson Dragon into the Blazar Dragon. I find I make, obviously when you can Calamity Lock you will, it's brilliant, it's a really good turn skip, but I find like this card, the Blazar, seems to win me more games. Like I usually get stopped on the way through, you know, your opponent will have something to try and stop your Calamity Lock, but if you can get off a Blazar Dragon later on in the game, it can really turn the tide in your favour. It's a brilliant card. So I think the deck will be fine if Calamity gets banned. It still can do a lot. So this is for the super heavy line. Interesting card, Tilted Entrainment. This, on summon, you can use it to effect to summon back a card from your extra deck face up onto the field. So you go through the normal super heavy line, and then you use the Soul Gaia and the Wakaushi to go into Tilting Entrainment, and then Tilting Entrainment summons back the Wakaushi from the extra deck onto the field. So then you use Wakaushi and Entrainment to go into Legatia, and that way you can then use your Centurion line to go into Crimson Dragon on turn 1, and then Crimson Dragon into the Blazar Dragon. So your end board isn't just the Legatia, it's the Omni Negate level 12, the Blazar Dragon, as well as the Legatia. So it kind of ensures the Calamity Lock's going to go off a little bit more. Plus, it's just nice having like a floating Omni Negate like the Blazar Dragon around. But yeah, it's a good card in this deck. And then we've got the Axel, again, part of the super heavy line, but this, if you open Bike, you can go into this and then bring the Bike back to make this guy, the Baron de Fleur. Baron also, you know, just a really good card. Brilliant. We have Baguska for the Xyz monsters here. If you get stopped on the way through your lines, then you can always just, you know, sit on a Baguska and hope that buys you another turn. Because you have so many 1-card starters, you're usually drawing into something that's like a roundabout full combo anyway. So like, yeah, sometimes like, you know, your opponent might be able to stop you for 1 turn, but you can just come right back again next turn and go off then. So yeah, Baguska is great in this. I have the Infernal Flame Banshee. You make this with the super heavy line when you need to add Trudea. Adds a Pyro, so this is a bonfire at home, I guess, and it's considerably cheaper. We have Cowboy, just a time card, I guess. I haven't really made it like basically the last 2 or 3 locals I've taken this deck to, because my game seems to end quite fast for this deck. Either I just have like blowout wins and win really fast, or I just get rolled myself. Like it's not really I haven't had a game go to time for a while with this deck. Maybe I'm just playing a bit faster as well, I guess. But yeah, it's still got to be there because you never know, you might need a quick burn damage to win in time, so it's good to have. And then Zeus and Typhon. Yeah, Typhon's great. It's such a good thing to have, like a going second tool in the extra deck. Like if your opponent's just set up a board that's like impossible to kind of play through to out, and you can just fall back on the Typhon bouncer thing and kind of take them to a bit more of a grind game. But yeah, and then obviously Zeus is Zeus. You have an effect Xyz monsters where you could feasibly make one of them and then overlay the Zeus on top of it. And then last but not least, link monsters, Artemis and SP. Artemis, link 1, uses spellcaster, so you can use the Primera to go into it. And then you can use it when whatever else go into SP, get the SP effect. Yeah, SP is just good. It goes in basically every deck, so not much more needs to be said about that. Onto the side deck, we have 3 Lancia. I like Lancia a lot in this deck in particular, just because people will side in Cosmic Cyclones, so you side in the Lancias and then you don't lose the Cosmic. And it has other applications as well, like it's fun to do it to Runic players, because it shuts down all of their Runic spells. They can only do the summon the monster effects, so they can't really take apart your board with Runic spells if you time the Lancia well. It's quite good. We have 3 Nibiru. I'd rather have this in the side just because Fenrir in main kind of conflicts. I would probably consider putting this in main, but then I would mean taking the Fenrir's out. I think Fenrir is just better in main, as this is kind of more of a matchup dependent thing. But yeah, if you're siding this in, you're probably siding the Fenrir's out. And yeah, don't forget obviously that thing I mentioned about the Veilers that can come up. 3 Deck Lockdown. Yeah, this card right now, I think that does a lot to a lot of the decks. I mean, it's kind of like it's like another version of Droll almost, isn't it? But it stops special summoning from the extra decks, from the main deck too, which is nice. And we don't really do much of the things that it stops. Like we add like a little card off Primera, that's about it. And yeah, it just yeah, it's a brilliant card to have. Like it's a 2-sided, obviously the Floodgate, but it doesn't really affect us that much. So yeah, go off, I guess. And then we have 3 Gravity Collapse. It's just another way to turn skip. If your field spell gets stopped for whatever reason, or just in general, like they manage to stop you from going into the Calamity Lock, you can always just, when they try to normal summon something, any kind of inherent summon really, they'll you can Gravity Collapse, send like your Legaia from the field, and then, yeah, no summoning for the turn. So that can be enough sometimes. And then last but not least, Triple Solemns. Yeah, again, just another way to ensure you're going first, that you don't get like a Cosmic Cyclone on your field spell or something like that. Like it's just a really good going first card, and seems like an auto include. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
It's time! Let's go!